Taylor Swift was about to get in her car. Security was all around her. Cameras were flashing. But just as she reached for the door, she stopped, paused, and slowly turned around. What made her stop wasn't loud. It wasn't screaming. It was silence. Her name was Lila. She was 9 years old. She didn't have tickets to the concert. She didn't even ask for any. Her sister, Rachel, had spent her savings just to bring her to New York City. Not for shopping, not for a vacation. Just to stand on this street, outside this building, in the cold. All for the chance that her little sister might see her hero, even from a distance. They knew where Taylor had been staying. They found it online. So they waited, quietly. Lila didn't complain. She just held her sketchbook, pressed tight to her chest. She had drawn something for Taylor. Something very special that Taylor didn't want to miss. Lila hadn't spoken a word in almost a year. Not since the accident. Not since they lost their dad. She used to sing all the time. In the car, in the bathtub. She'd twirl in the kitchen, barefoot, screaming, "You belong with me," at the top of her lungs. Then one day, she stopped. Grief does that. Sometimes it's not loud or messy. Sometimes it's just quiet. Too quiet. Rachel tried everything. Therapists, counselors, music teachers. But nothing worked. Except Taylor. It started small. Just playing her songs at bedtime, then during car rides. Then drawing pictures of her, while humming under her breath. Lila wouldn't speak. But she would listen. And sometimes, she would smile. That's why this moment, standing here, on this random sidewalk in Manhattan, meant everything. Because maybe, just maybe, Taylor would notice her. But how could she? Lila wasn't shouting. She wasn't holding a sign. She was just standing there, holding her drawing, like it was a secret, too big to share. And then, Taylor came out. Surrounded, rushed, focused. Rachel held her breath. Taylor walked fast. She didn't look around. She reached the car door, her hand was on it. And then, she stopped. In that split second, something shifted. Taylor looked up, her eyes scanned the crowd, and locked onto something. She turned, stepped away from the car, and walked back. No one knew why, at first. But Rachel did. Because Taylor walked right to Lila. She knelt down, gently took the sketchbook from Lila's hands, flipped to the drawing. Then looked up, and smiled. And then, she hugged her. Lila didn't hug back right away. Her arms hung limp, like she was frozen in time. Then slowly, she wrapped them around Taylor's neck. Tight, desperate, like she didn't want to let go. And for a moment, everything else disappeared. The noise, the security, the crowd. There was just Taylor and Lila. And the hug that said everything Lila couldn't. Later that night, in their tiny hotel room, Rachel sat on the edge of the bed, scrolling through the video. She couldn't stop watching it. Not because of Taylor, but because of Lila's face. Because for the first time in a year, she wasn't numb. She wasn't lost. She was glowing. Lila still didn't say anything that night. Not a single word. Then, she curled up to sleep, still wearing the hoodie Taylor had given her. Rachel didn't say a word. She just let the tears fall quietly, seeing her sister come back to life. Because sometimes, the loudest pain lives in silence. And sometimes, one hug is all it takes to break it. If Lila's story moved you, don't forget to subscribe for more heartwarming stories like this.